channel for the wide nation of sports by Hunter Tickle. Hit that subscribe button. All right, guys, welcome into another episode of Wide Nation of Sports. We got a great guest here today. He's one of my longtime high school players that I covered back at Southridge in Southwest Indiana. He's doing it big now. He's at Oakland City, slinging the ball from the mound. He's also playing. He's played summer ball for the Du Bois County Bombers in the Prospect League, and he deserves a proper introduction because he's killing it right now. He had a 2.05 ERA last year with the Mighty Oaks in college play. His first year playing college ball, he went 4-1. He had 14 appearances, 7 starts, and he had 61 strikeouts and just 44 innings pitched. And then in his first summer with the Bombers, he was able to go 2-0, did 48 and two-thirds innings, and he led the team with 38 strikeouts, and he also had a 2.96 ERA in the Prospect League. Mick Uebelhor, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today, Mick?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good, Hunter. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do all that for me, but I really appreciate it. Thanks for asking me to come on, and I'm excited. Good seeing
Only for
you.
the best ballers, man. So we had to get that in there. All right, so Mick, it's great to catch up with you. It's been a while.
Yep.
I wanted to hear from you, just kind of jumping into it, like when you were, whether it was college ball or doing the Prospect League with Du Bois County Bombers, was there kind of a moment for you, kind of like a welcome to, the next level moment where you kind of realized how much of a jump the action was going to be for you?
Yeah, I mean, right. I think for me, really much right when I got on campus here at college, because you can just see the physicality of it, people at this level, and then you see what the expectation is here too, like the amount of work that these guys are putting in. This is why they're here at school, right? So it kind of goes for a jump for it being a hobby for a lot of people, and baseball is just what they do to have fun. To this is almost a job. So that was a big, kind of a big jump and something I realized early. And then from competition wise, or something that really caught my eye is we're at practice. So our field was getting worked on last year, and so we had to practice at the local high school field all during the fall. It got done by the spring, but in the fall we were there, and it's a shorter field. And I remember one of my first outings, I just gave up an absolute bomb. And there's a shed out in left field, clanks off the shed, and I was like, wow, well, now we're here. So, but learned from that and been going well ever since, and it's been a fun journey.
Mick, what can you tell me about your growth as a pitcher? Maybe even, we last talked, it was your junior year, but anything your senior year at Southridge or even, your first year with college ball, anything that's kind of like maybe clicking more for you or anything about your game that you feel like is kind of, taking off?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in high school, I was playing 3 sports, so busy all the time with those practices. Senior year, I got to a point where I was getting a little bit more physical, a little stronger, filling out my body a little bit. So that definitely helped me in case of mile per hour there. And I took a jump from my junior to senior year with all that. And then when I got to college here, I get to just focus on baseball. I get to give all my effort into lifting, nutrition, practice, and all that. So been doing having a kind of a routine every winter. I have been for a while with a guy by home, Southridge principal is actually Greg Gogol. He's helped me tremendously. I give him a bunch of credit for where I'm at right now. But he really gave me the right program to follow, to follow this program. So when I got to gain some weight here in college, put some more muscle, I really saw my miles per hour jumped, and then also just my overall game jumped because I was able to really dial in on the little details that comes with pitching, whether that's pitch sequencing or that's just being smarter about the game, knowing like how to pitch certain hitters and all that, just studying film, studying experience really. So my game's definitely gotten a lot better since high school, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here in the future and keep developing. But I've definitely grown in a lot of different areas of baseball and pitching in general.
And you mentioned that workout with, the principal at Southridge. Any particular workout that's kind of the magic sauce that you feel like you can share with some people about, getting better as a pitcher?
Well, it's very, very personalized, but I mean, just you got to get your legs stronger. So we did a lot of front squats, in the weight room, but then also a lot of heavy ball series, plyo balls, different weight training with that. And then you also got to be explosive if you're going to be a pitcher. So we do a lot of plyometrics, jumps, all that stuff. So if anyone's out there that needs a program, I can send you some stuff here. But reach out to me, and I completely don't mind it at all. But yeah, just a lot of different stuff. Just trying to research on my own, watching YouTube videos of guys that do it at the high level, but then also following what I've been told and what people ahead of me that have more experience and a lot of knowledge in that field know. So it's been good.
And guys, like I said, we got Mick Uebelhor here today. He's a sophomore starting right-handed pitcher for Oakland City in the
Yeah.
Dubois County Bombers. Um, Mick, can you tell me, you know, through this whole process of kind of going through this, like, has it been anything that's kind of been surprising from going in from the high school ranks to the college ranks?
I think what's been most surprising would be how much how much the details matter, how much one mistake can matter. Because in high school, you can get away, like you can throw a pitch, you can do something and think it's the right thing, but it's actually a mistake, but it doesn't get flawed, doesn't get known because their competition isn't that good. So something that's been surprising, if you make one little mistake here or there, then it's going to expose you. So that's been surprising for sure. And that'd probably be the biggest thing for me that I've learned.
Let's say you're starting in a game. I'm going to go through a scenario, or maybe you're coming
Yep.
on as a reliever, and you need
Yep.
one strike. You need one strike. The strike wins it. You guys are up a run. You got a guy on second, and you got a batter up. Any one pitch that you like to go to, or have a go-to for?
I'd say if there's a righty in the box, depends kind of what situation I'm going into, but righty in the box, I'm either going to go slider down and away or try to jam them inside, up and in on a fastball. If it's a lefty, I like to throw in my changeup. My changeup's developed a lot, and I can throw that kind of away, make it look like the fastball, or elevate the fastball a little bit, get it right at his letters. Hopefully, he swings under it. So that'd be what I go to.
Okay. Is this the intel you had when you were in high school or not?
Not really, because well, I did. I've had a lot of coaches. I've always felt like I've been a pretty smart baseball player, smart pitcher. I've always liked to watch the game. I like to study the game, so I knew kind of a lot, but my stuff didn't necessarily play to make it effective. So now that I'm in a position that I can play, I can really hone in on the ins and outs of the game and thinking the smarts and trying to outsmart the other batters. So that's definitely something that's helped me.
And then, guys, we had breaking news in the last 24 hours. Mick Ular was officially selected to play with the Bombers again this summer, second straight summer in the Prospect League.
No.
He was officially the first one on record to be joining the squad. My quick follow-up for that, Mick, was all right, so what happens if you go here to Oakland City and just tear it up? Is there a possibility that you go to, like, for instance, the Cape Cod League for the summer, or like how does that exactly work since it's so early and the summer's really far away?
Right now, even if I have a great summer, I'll probably still go to the Bombers again because it's kind of for NAI school, it's hard or to have the connections to the Cape Cod type of league. But
Mhm.
if I go the first half of the summer and do really well, then I can talk to my coaches or my future coaches and the Bombers coaches and see what would give me the best chance. And then they all have connections to a higher league. So if anything would happen, it'd be after the first half of the summer. But right now, I'm excited to be back with the Bombers. I mean, dream come true. I've been blessed so many ways by God to be able to put me in a position to do that. So I'm just excited right now for the opportunity in front of me and ready to get back to
Right.
work down with my hometown Bombers.
Making you mean the first half of the season for college, NAIA, right?
First half of the summer, like at the June breaking point in June.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
with the Bombers. I gotcha.
yeah.
Yep.
So we can revisit that
What
in
can you
person.
tell me though about Oakland City? So, we touched on this a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
off camera, but what would it be like if you kind of shoot off and take off here with the Mighty Oaks? What might kind of open up, or what are you looking for to do here in your sophomore season?
Yeah, sophomore season, what I'm looking forward to here, I think I put myself in a position to be one of the main guys, if not the main guys, innings wise here. So I'm excited for that because I can really really figure out a lot about myself, you know. So if I just do well, keep doing my thing, I guess, and keep attacking and dominating like I have been, then that could open doors here in the future. See what's out there with the transfer portal and everything. But I'm not trying to look too far ahead because I really like the guys here, and I'm just trying to enjoy it and control what I can control because there's already a plan out there, and I know whatever lies ahead of me is just one step away. So gotta
And then
keep.
League Stadium, if for those that don't know, the Bombers as well as the Southridge Raiders play out of League Stadium, which was famously known for being in a league of their own
Yep.
with Tom Hanks. And it's a great ballpark if anyone ever makes it down to Southern Indiana. It's a great spot to see and truly a staple in the sport and truly like a really fun experience. Mick, I wanted to ask you, considering, your parents were former co-owners, right? So you grew up right
Yep.
around that stadium, and then you got to play there in high school, and then now you're playing there summers with the Bombers, which I know you've talked about was really a dream come true. But what was that like last summer to just kind of dip your foot in and go? And what was it kind of surreal for you?
Yeah, it was so surreal. I mean, I remember going. I can't even remember when I started going there. We started hosting. My family did hosting Bomber players in 2005. Been going every summer since. Like, grew up on that field, spend hours there each day. And then high school is awesome, especially the my senior year. We played Jasper in sectional championship, and it was packed stadium. That was one of the greatest games of my life, just as an experience and excitement standpoint. But then this summer, it was I just had to take it all in. I was like, you get out there and you have everyone rooting for you. The place that you call home, place that feels like home, and no really nerves, just excitement, and blessed to be able to do that. And man, it was a lot of fun.
And then, yeah, you guys, Mick Uebelhor, like I said, on here today with Wide Nation of Sports. He's a pitcher, starting right-handed pitcher, sophomore pitcher for the Mighty Oaks there in Oakland City in Indiana. Mick, I know a lot of people watching this might not be familiar with your game or maybe even be familiar with your character.
Yeah,
I will say this guy's probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met, not just an athlete, but just one of the nice, genuine, nice guys here in Southern Indiana. So, Mick, I wanted to ask, how much has you being kind of a glue guy or being someone that like maybe lets others be the louder one, and you're kind of one that does it by, example. How much has that helped you with these two squads the past year?
yeah, it's been great. I'm one of those guys. I'll say what needs to be said when it needs to be said, but I'm not gonna go on my way. Really, I'm not too outgoing person. I like to kind of keep to myself and lead by example, like you said. But with that and with the Bombers, I was kind of coming into something new because you go from being high school, you're the guy that everyone counts on to be the leader, to step up in every situation, to keep guys accountable. And then you come to college and you're just a little man again. Like you don't really know too much. Like when you come here, you don't really know everyone. So I was lucky enough to come here with a couple of my buddies, and I know a couple of people that were here before. But then as the season went on, I started just building relationships with these guys, and I feel like I gained their trust with just the work that I've put in and the how I act around them, and they gain my trust. So then I earned their respect, and when it comes to the game, so that they have all faith in me, which is huge. And then same thing for the Bombers. I had to earn their respect again, all the guys that were in that building. So doing that, just staying true to my values has really helped me kind of fit in with everybody, I guess, and be someone that people count on. And I'm grateful for that for sure.
And Mick, I got two questions. So the first
Yep.
question, you said you picked up some bulk. So how tall are you now, and like how much you weigh?
Yep. 6'3" still, but I've 210, around 210, which
Okay.
when I
Yeah.
graduated high school, I was about 185. So
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
jump there.
You're a string bean, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then what can you tell me about maybe a pitcher that you like to watch that maybe has that same build or maybe has your same style that you like to kind of take notes from and kind of model after?
I love watching Nathan Eovaldi. He's an older style pitcher, I'd say, very competitive. That's what I love about him. I'm a competitor. He's a competitor. We throw some similar pitches, a little bit similar mechanics. He goes over the head with it. I don't, but I love watching him. I watched him a lot with the Red Sox, and now he's with the Rangers. And he always is accountable in the big games when it comes to playoffs. So I watch a lot of stuff of his, and I just enjoy how he attacks the game and how he goes about his business. So that'd be a guy that I definitely look at and look up to on a pro level at least.
Got it. Well, thanks again, Mick. It's been a pleasure to talk. The Oakland City Oaks have their first game on January 31st. That's 2 weeks
Sure.
from Thursday to start the season. And then Mick will be slinging the ball from the mound, from the dirt, again at League Stadium once again this summer with the Dubois County Bombers. Hey, it's great to have you on, Mick.
I appreciate it, Hunter. A lot of respect for you, and we've built a good relationship. So thanks for having me, buddy.